Presented by Dick's Sporting Goods.
All right, guys, let's go. Start thinking about your assignments, start thinking about your responsibilities. I love the way that you guys are loose, but now it's time to start getting focused. Here we go. Let's go. Come take a knee. As always, and most importantly, pray in your own way. Nobody gets hurt on either side of the football today. We don't ever pray to win. Just pray that you're going to play the best of your ability. Okay, boys. We're here for a reason. You guys deserve it. All right? You've earned it. All right, so let's go out there and let's get a trip to the Dome. Here we go. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go, boys. State semifinals. Let's go. What more can you ask
for? Tucked away in a small corner of upstate New York sits a high school called Maine-Endwell, where the football team has accomplished something no other school in the state ever has.
Go ahead.
It's kind of unusual at a high school football game to have a third grader ask for a player's autograph, you know?
They walk around with their jersey on, you know, the kids' eyes light up. And now it's not even with their jerseys on because people know them by their face. What's up, guys? How we doing? What's happening? You guys excited? Who's going to the game? All right, that's awesome.
The Maine-Endwell Spartans own the longest winning streak in New York State history. Record-setting win number 56 earned them a visit from Hall of Famers Franco Harris and Jerome Bettis. And with each win, any other outcome becomes harder to fathom.
The last game I lost was actually my last year in Pee Wee's.
5th grade Pee Wee.
I was 11 years old.
6th grade on my last year of Pee Wee.
5 years without losing a football game. I mean, you've got to be kidding me.
I mean, at first, there was no such thing as a streak. It was game one. Each game, you're like, oh, we won 4 in a row. Oh, wow, we won 5 in a row.
You know, when you do that game by game, year by year, it just kind of mounts. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? It gives the community something to rally around, to be proud of. These guys have never lost a football game, which is pretty impressive. The guys on our football team are just nice kids. They're easy to root for. You know, people want them to win.
Doctors, lawyers, custodians, people that mow grass, everybody is just into it.
As a parent, yeah, you look around and you just appreciate everything that's happening because it's some of the best times of our lives right in front of us.
There's nothing bigger than a regular season game when it's your homecoming game. But we know the community's here to support us, so let's go out there and show them why they're here. All right, let's go. Come on, let's go. Enjoy this. It's homecoming.
That boy Brady!
Good job, D. That's a great job right there, D. Good job.
Leonard!
Homer going to drop back to pass, looking right. Ball's in the air right side. It's going to be caught by Palmer in the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, one.
27 yards from Kyle Ballmer to Michael Palmer.
It's nice when players make the coaches look like geniuses. Good job. Good job, Johnny. Good job.
Maine-Endwell's winning streak had its origin in one of the worst times the area ever knew.
Hurricane Irene was a 100-year storm. Never happened before in 100 years. We got that in Hurricane Irene.
A lot of flooding down through these areas. Really tremendous damage and flooding down near the river.
I just remember it just kept raining and raining and raining, and it was nonstop. Once we were able to get out and look at the devastation, I mean, it was really our students that were more, I mean, they just got it.
They totally embraced the fact that okay, we can't play football this week, but we are sure going to go help our friends and neighbors.
They got to see what real life was all about. You know, it kind of puts everything in perspective real quick.
They're shoveling mud out of trailers and doing all different kind of things where, you know, it wasn't just about football. It was about, you know.
Now all of a sudden, the playing of a football game is not important. What is important is you have neighbors and friends that have been displaced from their home because their homes are underwater.
The family of running back Darnell Woolfolk, number 33, was one that lost their home in the flood.
When we went back to go see the house, it was destroyed. Literally, there was mud all over the floor in our first floor of our home. It was devastating. The day after the flood, Coach Gallagher texted me, asked me how everything is, if we needed anything. And it was kind of crowded in my mom's friend's house, so I asked my mom, I was like, is it okay if I could stay with the Gallaghers?
It was tough for them to find a spot where all four could go, as well as the parents, so he came to live with us. My boys thought it was just like having another brother around, and they loved it, and he's been like another brother to them ever since. Just to be a small part of trying to help out and to be there for each other, I think that was really, you know, the foundation that really got us going to where we are today.
It's hard to describe it, like people won't understand, but it gave us like hope. Like we kind of had a new beginning after that. Not just the football team, but it brought the whole community back together.
At the time of the flood, Maine-Endwell's winning streak was at exactly 1 game.
From that point on, it was kind of like, all right, let's go show everyone what we can do.
Our chemistry really clicked there because we were all together helping people in need, and it kind of like brought the football team and the community a lot closer. It kind of had them rooting for us, and it had us trying to make them proud.
In the 2013 state final, the streak was at 38, but in jeopardy. The Spartans trailed by 7 points with under 2 minutes to play and no timeouts.
So they kick off to us, and Kyle leads a great drive.
Gallagher over the middle, has a first down and then some.
Kyle just found the open man like he always does.
And they're inside the red zone in a flash. The senior Gallagher fires. Caught! Touchdown! It's a 1-point game. 4 seconds to go.
We were going to kick the extra point, send it in overtime, but the other team called timeout. So we saw they were going to try to block the kick, and we were kind of worried because they were close all game.
They're going for it. The Spartans haven't lost in 3 years. Gallagher, play action.
I was going to try to run, but then saw 2 guys collapsing. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw my best friend Darnell in the end zone over to the right.
For the game, he loads and has it. Woolfolk gives Maine-Endwell the lead.
It was unbelievable. It was pretty amazing.
Maine-Endwell, in an unfathomable comeback, wins the state title.
It was just a great feeling, and I just had to absorb it in for a second. It was the best feeling ever. It really was.
Darnell Woolfolk in his final game as a Maine-Endwell player.
Growing up watching my brother play, he was my biggest inspiration. I wanted to be like him. Those guys, they were the real deal. The streak, it's just amazing. We don't want to lose.
When I was in 9th grade, I got pulled up for the playoffs, and it was like, wow. And that really opened my eyes. To be as good as these guys that I'm watching right now, I'm going to have to start working a lot harder, and everyone's going to have to put in the time and effort to really keep it going.
Definitely want to do the same thing your brothers did as a competitor. And the one thing we would always say is that we're not going to be the team to lose a streak. It's just not going to happen. We're not going to let it happen.
The pressure, I do think about it a little bit in the locker room about the streak, but I just try to get that all out of my mind as fast as possible.
I think that they feel that they can't lose. You hope that it is not hurtful, that the expectations are too high, because it can become a burden also. You work hard, you compete, you lay your heart out on a line, and there are times that you don't get the expected result. What was the choice? Never competing at all? Not working hard, not striving for something? Well, that's a lousy, that is not a good choice.
Boys, what is your profession?
Here we go, boys! Blue team!
Palmer going to run the option. He's going to pitch it out to the right side to Drew Gallagher, who makes a cut. He's to the middle of the field to the 30. Slips through one tackle at the 20-yard line. Slips through another one and down the near side and into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, baby! Woo! Yeah!
That game, we were doing well. We were up a lot. My dad called 5 counter, and I ran out to go block the safety, and I felt my knee just pop, and I went straight down. I grabbed it. I was yelling.
We were watching the play, and then, we saw that there was a player down. You hear people in the stands, who's down, what number? And then I saw him roll, kind of, and I saw the number 2, and I was like, oh, that's Drew. And I couldn't figure out what happened.
Oh, shoot. God dang it.
Doctor, hey! Doctor!
I didn't really see a collision or anything like that, and then when I kind of heard that it was Drew, so by the time I got out there, I realized that it was.
I think it's his knee.
His knee?
He's holding it. His right knee.
And then, of course, Mark, he always checks out the guys to see how they're doing, and gave me the look that it wasn't so good, so I knew right away.
Drew's uncle, Mark Wilson, is a team doctor.
And my uncle came out, he checked it out. About 10 seconds, he had me up. I walked off the field with some help.
I knew it wasn't good when they walked him off because he couldn't do anything. He couldn't put weight on, and he was really, really upset.
And then I sat down on the bench. My mom came down. And then my uncle, I could hear my mom whispering in the back.
Yeah, it was rough. Sorry. It was rough. I just looked at my brother, and I knew he just gave me a look and shook his head. So I knew that, and they were working on his knee, so I knew that it was an ACL. I knew it. So, and then Drew, then they told Drew. So at that point, Drew hadn't known, but then they told Drew, and then Drew started to cry. So it was rough.
As an 18-year-old kid, it's not something you want to hear your senior year, because it ruins the rest of your sports that you play. So it was a bad situation. I was really upset.
As a coach, you got to think about what you're supposed to do as for the team right then. But then as a dad, it's a little bit tougher. That's for sure.
Presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's.
After 59 straight wins, an injury to co-captain Drew Gallagher threatened to take the life out of the Maine-Endwell Spartans.
When he got injured, it was just awful. We've been stretching together for the past 4 years, so when he got hurt, it was kind of like, I didn't want to ask him, are you still going to stretch me, or do I have to find a new partner? It was just, the next Monday, he was just over there stretching me without any questions.
Yeah, do that more. When I got hurt, I kind of felt a little bit like I was letting the team down, I'm not going to be out there with them. But then, I thought to myself that there's a lot worse things in the world than, tearing your ACL. So I self-proclaimed my name as Coach Gallagher Jr. And my dad would have a practice plan for each coach. So I would ask him, I'd keep bugging him about giving me a practice plan, and eventually he did.
Can I get one of those tomorrow?
What's that?
Can I get one of those tomorrow?
Yeah, you do. Coach Gallagher now.
Coach Gallagher Jr. And he acts as this outside backer, even though he's the corner from the side.
Yeah, because we're in skins.
You know what that screen's for?
Yeah, this is exactly why we put it in this play right here. You're right. That's exactly why.
For his entire career, he's been fortunate enough to be on the field, and there's been kids that haven't had that opportunity to play like he has. And so now it's his turn to cheer on those kids. You hear that mantra, right? We're a family. We're a family. We stick together. But you can preach that, but if you don't live it yourself, it's not good.
Let's go, baby! I love all you guys! Let's go out there and fight for each other! We only got! 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 Sports on 3! 1, 2, 3, fire! Let's go, D! Stop! Yeah, baby! Yeah! Yeah, baby!
As the playoffs began, the defense was dominant, but the offense was struggling in its first game without a Gallagher on the field since the streak began 5 years earlier.
I saw on one play that the corner would leave that side if Ballmer would roll out.
I saw a few times the corner went with the guy.
I was like, we need a big play here. I think we just put the screen in last week. So then I told my dad, I said, Dad, run the screen right now.
No, the screen to him.
Then he looked at me, kind of thought a little bit, and then I walked away.
So we're gonna go, listen, we're gonna go trips left, tight end screen right. All right?
When they came out in the formation that the screen is run, I knew that he called it.
3rd down and 7 to go from the 23-yard line. Go! Ballmer's going to roll out to the left side, almost runs into Clark, throws it back to the right side. This is Palmer on the screen. Palmer into the 30-yard line, down the near side, slips through 1. He's at the 40, the 50, and knocked out of bounds in Tiger territory at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. We'll take that all day.
I think he went for a 32-yard gain, and it was a big play, and it kept the momentum going for us.
Ballmer is under center. Ballmer's going to keep it, takes on a defender, and barrels his way into the end zone.
Maine-Endwell earned a trip to the New York State Final Four, where a record 5th straight state championship awaited them.
That's true. To go out as a champion would make this season a success, and if we don't, then it's a failure. It's really as simple as that, because the bar has been set so high for us that if we don't win the state championship, this season was really a waste, and we failed. That's how we think.
Hey, you should be proud of yourselves. This was a total team effort. All right, fantastic job, but we want perfection, so that's what we're going to be striving for. All right?
Presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's.
Maine-Endwell were the #1 team in the state. They won 4 state championships in a row, 62 consecutive wins. It is the longest winning streak in state football history, and it continues here tonight as they bid for a trip to the state championship game.
Ain't never been here before, and we have! Let's give it to him, baby! Let's go! Go out and fight for your brother! You seniors, let's go! This is one last chance! Come on here and give it! We all we got! We all we got! We all we got! We all we got! March on 3! 1, 2, 3, fire!
Second down from the 36. Oh, big opening for Wolffolk inside the 10. Wolffolk into the end zone. Touchdown, Maine-Endwell. Misdirection. Kevin Barrett looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans.
Yeah, baby! Yeah, baby!
Way to go. Good job, boys. That's the way to go, baby. That's the way to go.
The Spartans scored on the first 2 possessions and got the ball back with a 14-0 lead.
Ballmer, as he throws Ballmer's loose. No way. Scooped up by Thomas, and he's going to score a touchdown for South Park.
All right. Here we go.
Ballmer is being chased by Foster, throws it up for grabs, and it is intercepted.
What? Listen, we need to keep our composure. Let's settle these guys down, and then our defense will take care of business. That's what we've been doing all these years, right? Trusting it.
Now 3rd and 15. Knocking down. Blitz comes. They pick it up. Brown over the middle. Caught! At the 30.
Oh my God, he missed him.
Touchdown, South Park. And now you can say the streak is in jeopardy. Loose again, it's picked up, and they're going to score another touchdown.
When the final gun sounded, the feeling was something no player on the Maine-Endwell Spartans had ever experienced before.
Good run, man. Great run. Great run.
All right, right here. Guys, over here. Over here. Tighter than ever. Bring it in. Tighter than ever. This is when you need each other the most, right? This is when you need each other the most. You guys put together something that will never, ever be seen again. So you should be darn proud of that. But more importantly, you should be darn proud about the way you went out every single day, the way you competed every single day. With pride, with class. And today, it wasn't our day. It just wasn't our day. But that does not make anything else less about you guys. You have no idea how proud the coaching staff is of you guys, and you should be darn proud of yourselves. We love all you guys, and bigger and better things are going to happen for you guys. You guys are more than football players. Proud of you, boys. Proud of you. Come on in. Here we go. Remember this forever, right? On 3, come together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, come together!
What a pleasure.
What a pleasure it was, buddy. What a pleasure.
No, I want to end.
I know.
62 may happen some other way, some other team or whatever, but it's not going to happen with the type of kids that it happened with. No way.
I'm sorry, Coach.
We have the type of kids that you want to coach.
Played your heart out. You can't win them all. Good job.
We have the type of kids that you want to represent your team, your school, your community.
You guys have been a big part of this. Big part of it.
62 may happen again, but it's not going to happen the way it did. That's for sure. Hopefully, they've also seen that, you know, as a coach that I've, at the end of the day, that I cared about all of them. And that's the most important thing.
Sorry.
Oh.